Alright, friends. It is I, Huesto Enrico. Huesto of Talking with Famous People. And I'm here tonight to tell you a little bit about big lying liars. Yeah, that's right. Real, live, big lying liars. So, where do they live, these big lying liars? They live at CVS. That's where they live. And they like to tell me lies about my prescription. So, my prescription was supposed to come in. It was supposed to be, it's available to be picked up. What was like, it was enough time had passed on the 1st of December. It is now the 5th of December. I got my Adderall today. When I went in on the 30th and said, now look, tomorrow, have my drugs on the 1st. They didn't, of course. When I went in and complained on the 2nd, again, they didn't have my drugs for me, On the 3rd, I talked to a pharmacist who said, there's no way I'm going to be able to get these drugs any sooner than 2 weeks. He also told me that his failure to fill my prescription was a problem between me and my doctor. This morning I went down there and read them the riot act. And despite the fact that once again I was being told, we don't have any. There is none. It's impossible to get. Because I yelled at them so effectively. This afternoon, sure enough, that no, the prescription came in. I got a text saying come pick it up, right? But this is after these fuckers have told me in no uncertain terms on multiple occasions that this is not possible. It's not possible for me to get my drugs on Monday. But then I go down there and say, look, I don't have any reason to believe you lying liars. I mean, I don't want to hear about that, right? If the pharmacy wants to tell me there's a national shortage, what they're really saying to me is, we're too incompetent to deal with the manufacturers successfully. Eric, could you please call the manufacturers for us? As far as I'm concerned, if you want to tell me about your supply side problems, then you want me to solve your supply side problems. And if you don't want me to solve your supply side problems, then give me my fucking drugs. Anyway, despite them once again telling me it wasn't possible for me to get it today, here it is. So, I had to go down there and shame them mightily this morning, but sure enough, I got my drugs. Anyway, I needed them today because you smunk canny FMs? I don't know what that means. So anyway, I told them this morning, you need to call all around LA County and find a pharmacy that has one then, because this is not acceptable. Your incompetence is beginning to annoy me. And instead of finding it at a different pharmacy, they just had it themselves by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How? Why? What was the other pharmacist saying when he assured me in no uncertain terms that it would not arrive today? I don't know. They're just a bunch of big lying liars. I don't know if it explains them. Look, I get it. There's a shortage. A lot of people want this drug. The solution is pretty straightforward. I'm never the one who waits. Other people could wait. That's fine. I don't care about them. But not me. Yeah, well, I mean, I was rooting for Korea and Japan. So, Croatia and Brazil winning was kind of not what I wanted to see happen. Brazil destroyed poor Korea. Yeah, you smoke weed, bro. Yeah, I do smoke weed, bro. So, I got the pods thing delivered in front of my house. It's parked on the curb in front of my house. It's a big metal box that you fill up with stuff, and then the pods people come take it away. And then deliver it to you at your new house, you know? It costs about $2,000 to move in this fashion, to get a pods brought to your house, and then have them take it to Fresno and sit at their storage area, and then bring it to my house, the new house, when it closes. All of that is it costs $2,000. But the alternative way that I had in mind would have cost less, but be so much more of a hassle. So now, instead of having to drive things to the storage unit that we rent off over around here somewhere, I just walk to the front of the house and put it in the pods thing. Cameron and I got a lot of stuff put in there today. There's more stuff to put in there, obviously, but the key thing is, it gives me a space to say, it's here at the house, where I can go, okay, here's where I'm keeping my stuff that I don't want you to sell or get rid of or donate or whatever. But I can still access it easy. So, like when we go out of town on Wednesday, before we go, I'm going to put these TVs and stuff in the pods. And yeah. Well, it does work that way for me. That's the beautiful thing about TE, Alec. TE is subjective, selfish, particularist. There is no legitimacy to be evaluated with TE. That's the beautiful thing about it, is there is no right or wrong with TE. It's just you're trying to get what you want to get done, you know? Like, obviously, if other people were as good at complaining as I am, then they wouldn't have to wait as long. That's true. But they're not as good as complaining as I am, you know? It does work that way for me. That's why I have my Adderall, even though they swore up and down it was impossible for me to get it today. So, you're definitely wrong about that. Alec T, you are incorrect when you say I enjoy doing it. In fact, I went out of my way to give them multiple warnings so they could avoid this morning's tongue lashing by giving them my drugs within a reasonable period of time after they're supposed to be given to me. A couple of days after wait, fine. 3 days after wait, fine. Whatever. 2 weeks, maybe, is what they said. No. So, yeah, it is true that weak people get what they want less than strong people. That doesn't mean it's bad to be strong. Keep in mind, I have no problem with any of the CVS employees. I have a problem with them not filling my prescription. So tonight when I went back to actually get the prescription, even though the fact that they filled it today proved once again what big liars they are, I didn't say a peep about anything. I just said, I'm here to pick up my drugs. Here's the money for it. Thank you very much, and see you later. No, they're responsible to fill my prescription, Alec. I'm responsible for my conduct. So in other words, because I want my prescription filled, I have to go down there and yell at them. They're responsible to fill my prescription. They're not responsible for my choice to yell at them. I get ownership of that. I'm a wise, strong person who's not going to put up with bullshit. Yeah, I do have to do something. I had to go yell at them. If I took what they told me at face value, I wouldn't have my Adderall until the middle of December. I had to if I wanted my Adderall. I mean, it's true, if I don't want to get the drug that I'm prescribed by my doctor, then I didn't have to do anything like that. But I did want to get the drug. You are a fuss bucket, Alec, I tell you. You are such a fuss bucket. I mean, look, I'm not interested. I get the fact these people are working at their job, right? But I also have lots of evidence of the fact that month after month, they lie to me. So, you know, they could always stop doing that. They could stop lying to me, be straight with me about things. No, the customer is not always right. In this instance, the customer was right, because it is unacceptable for the pharmacy to be telling me this shit, and I do, in fact, want my drugs. I mean, I have changed pharmacies several times in the past, from one CVS to another. One time, a CVS employee told me to go to Walgreens. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Walgreens, you know? The CVS is right here next to my house. Why can't I just go to the CVS? Why can't they just do their job properly? Forget about being an SI user. I'm a human being who's entitled to have his prescription filled in a timely fashion. Right? I mean, the thing is, Alec, it is true that I could have meekly just accepted this bullshit, but I didn't want to, obviously. Anyway, they only got me for another 2 months. Then I'm moving to Mariposa and go to the CVS up there, I guess, you know. If it were genuinely impossible for them to acquire it and give it to me, I might be sympathetic, but month after month after month, they tell me that, and yet they're lying. Because when I go down and complain about it, I get it the next day. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, as Winston's mom says. And Alec T, it's important for you to recognize that squeaking is not bad when the business you're trying to do business with is failing so utterly to do its job. Yeah, I mean, I was right because I went in there and said, do you know what the other pharmacist on Saturday said to me? He told me that your abject and ongoing failure to fill my prescription was a problem between me and my doctor. And he's like, well, I don't know why he would have said that. I don't know what the context is. The context is, I was explaining to him that I need this drug on Monday. I need it today. You will get it for me today. And that if you genuinely don't have it, if you genuinely aren't lying this time, and like, okay, I know normally we lie to you about this, but this time we really don't have it, then you're going to have to call every fucking pharmacy around in Los Angeles County until you find one that does. Well, they don't want to do that, so all of a sudden, they do have it after all. This is the kind of shit I gotta deal with these fuckers. You know? And of course, if they're trying to tell me that there's a shortage and that everybody has to wait, well, then what I want to make clear is that I don't have to wait. And if you're making those other people wait, they should be complaining like I'm complaining until you solve this fucking problem. How can you change your type? You can't. You can't. You could take emotion pills, maybe turn into an INFP. You could take solvency pills, turn into a TD, maybe. But, you know, it's like, if the CVS people spent a fraction of the effort trying to solve my problem that they put into trying to convince me it's unsolvable, we wouldn't have a problem. Well, I mean, I don't think I ever said I need the Adderall. I want the Adderall. And I'm entitled to it since it's prescribed to me. Oh. Well, I do need, I mean, what I meant by that was I've got this pods thing. I got to get all my stuff that I don't want to have the estate sale people take away into the pods by the end of tomorrow. And I've got a couple other things I need to get accomplished before we leave on Wednesday for our trip, you know? So, in that regards, earlier today, when I woke up from a nap, I was really not feeling like doing anything, you know? Delilah came by and gave me a couple of her Adderalls, but then finally mine came through. Cameron and I started working on loading all the photo albums and stuff into the pods. And, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do in the next day or two. I've been getting a lot of stuff done. So I'm pretty proud of my ability to get things done without Adderall. But when you really need to put the handle on some shit, well, you know, when you have to do a lot of work in a short period of time and you're not feeling motivated, Adderall helps. But most important thing to note is I may have said I need the Adderall, but that's not why why CVS had to give it to me. They don't have to give it to me because I need it. They have to give it to me because I want it and am entitled to it. Like whether or not I need it or not, it's like whether I need it or just want it, it doesn't matter. Could I get things done without it? Sure. I've been getting lots of things done without it. But there comes a time when it's just like, okay, I'm ready for a new bottle. Absolutely not, Alec T. Absolutely not. So, by your logic, it's okay if a local restaurant refuses to serve black people because they don't need that food. They could get some other food. Right? Fortunately, we don't live in a world in which people need to establish need in order to establish legitimate claim. It's not a straw man at all. No, that would be what I did. No, not a non sequitur either. What I'm pointing out is that we don't require people to need things before we agree they have the right to go buy things. Right? But that's not what's happening here. The CVS isn't not giving me my my drugs because I'm abusing them. So no, I didn't straw man you. You said, but because it's a want and not a need, that should change one's attitude towards whether one gets it or not. No, it shouldn't. Because want and need are subjective distinctions. So, yes, I need food right now because I'm hungry. Except I don't really need it right now. I'll need it at some point or I'll starve to death, right? There are some things one genuinely needs, but almost never is it the case that anybody needs something right this second. What matters is whether one has legitimate claim to the thing one's demanding. If so, that's it. That's the only question that there is. You know? No, well, the point I was driving home, Alec, is that there are lots of different ways in which it's unacceptable for people to behave towards other people, even when those other people don't need the thing. So I gave you a great example. It is the case that, let's say it was Jim Crow South, that African Americans would be able to eat something, and they don't need to eat at that restaurant. So, therefore they should be okay with it? No, they're not okay with it because they're being treated like second-class citizens. My point is, Adderall patients are also being treated like second-class citizens. Boba Fett had a wrench, but he timed out somebody. I'll give it back to him again. Look, the point is, it's not my problem to figure out why CVS isn't giving me my drugs in a timely fashion. It's their problem to figure out how to do so. I mean, compared to people who are on other drugs, I am. In fact, everybody who's on Adderall, apparently, according to the pharmacy, is being discriminated against compared to people who aren't on Adderall but are on some other drug. And you might say, well, it's not purposefully discriminating against you. I mean, this is the weird thing about it. It's like this has been going on for such a long time that it's very difficult to believe that manufacturing hasn't increased production to match up with increased demand. It's odd because they've been telling me this shit for like a year. Like every month, literally, they're like, "Oh, you can't get it for at least a week," and then I go complain and I get it the next day. And the thing is, if they were being honest with me, if it were in fact the case that I'm making somebody else lose their place in line and wait longer time because they have to give it to me because I'm complaining more loudly, then they should tell me that. They don't tell me that. They try to tell me as little information as possible. Why do I use Adderall? Because it's a drug I like? Well, look, I don't have an opinion about whether it's purposeful. I'm not very interested in why they keep failing. I'm just interested in getting my Adderall, right? No, but they definitely are lying. Like, when the pharmacist told me that there was zero chance of the drug coming in on Monday, even though it's ordered, he hasn't gotten the order yet. How does he know it's not going to come in, right? He wasn't just wrong, he was lying. I mean, it's been a long time coming to this, Alec. Why are you so oppositional to me? It's interesting. What are you mad about? I don't have ADHD? Well, I have an Adderall prescription. I would agree with you, Alec T, if it didn't happen month after month after month. I would assume I have given them the benefit of the doubt so many times. And the thing is, when I say to them, look, you told me the same thing last month, but then I came down here and complained about it and I got it the next day. They have literally no response. They just look at me. I mean, the opinion you should form is, great job, Eric, you got your Adderall. And the thing is, it's like, okay, maybe it's on back order, maybe it's not been coming in. But don't you have to find out every day when you open the box if it's in there or not? When you open the box of delivered drugs? How can you know in advance it's not coming on Monday? And yeah, I've complained a lot about it, which is proof positive that it's a monthly issue, you know? I agree that instead of making someone else wait and giving me the drugs, it would be better if they had sufficient quantities of the drugs for everybody. So somebody, not me, needs to solve that problem. In the interim, before that problem is solved, obviously, everybody else can go fuck themselves. I need my drugs when I want them. I want my drugs when I want them. When I'm entitled to get them. Well, I know. I'm an excellent complainer. But I don't like to complain. In fact, that's why I went down before I was even ready to pick them up. So it's like I wasn't allowed to pick them up until the 1st because it's a controlled substance, you know. I went down the 30th to warn them ahead of time. Now look, you guys, my drugs come in tomorrow. I want them tomorrow. I don't want to hear. I don't want to get a text saying we have to order it or anything like that. I want my drugs. I've had enough of this nonsense, you know. I was super nice about it. But that didn't work. I went back the next day, you know, they didn't have it. I said, okay, well, it better be here tomorrow. They said, well, it's not going to be able to. I'm like, so, you know, it took me, I was supposed to get it last Wednesday. I didn't get it till Monday. And I went down there at least 3 or 4 times in between. They had opportunities to solve my problem while I was being nice about it. I wasn't nice about it today, but it was because it was like the 4th time I had to go down there. And then I was very pleasant and nice when I went to go pick it up. I didn't beat them over the head with the fact that, see, you liars, you were lying again. Because here's my drug on Monday. All it took was me coming in here and shaming the fuck out of you people to get it done. I didn't say anything like that. I was just like, thank you. That's it. Walked away. Okay? I've told them before. Look, if you don't like to listen to this, just fill my prescription on time. I'm not interested in complaining about you to you once I've gotten my drugs. I'd rather spend less time in CVS, not more. I really do feel for you here. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and insurance plus pharmacist types are some of the slowest people on the planet. And I'm a type 1 speedabetic. That means my system has too little speed in it. By adding amphetamines, I can increase the total amount of speed in my system and thereafter be healthy. Later, Ben removed the Selena poster from the wall so he could snort Adderall off of her breasts. Both of our credit cards were declined at the health food store. Wherever you go, there you are. Lena Dunham, huh? Lena Dunham? She barely knew him. So, anyway. it's definitely the case that CVS is not telling me the whole story, right? They they when I ask certain questions, they're just kind of silent in response. They don't want to answer certain questions. They don't want to be forthright with me about everything. So whether it's lying or just deception, it's still not okay. And people need to learn to distinguish between customers, right? I am not the person to play these games with. You, Anybody should be able to tell that by just talking with me briefly or just looking at me even. Lena Dunham sucks. Does she? I can't picture her face at all. But that's a terrible, if that's a right, if she's a writer and that's part of her writing, it's very disjointed. Like, I got a terrible cold and couldn't find anything resembling a tissue in the apartment. Both our credit cards were declined at the health food store. Wherever you go, there you are. There's a lack of cohesion, a lack of coherence that gives what she's saying like a worse Amy Schumer. According to Jung, a stranger can see in essence something in you that you might spend years learning about yourself. That's true. But it's true because everybody has some function that's very unconscious. So, if another person has that same function and it's very conscious for them, then they're gonna be all like, I notice your deficit. Well, which is why I quoted, you didn't quote Jung, you quoted Stephen Eliot, who references Jung. That's the heater. It makes this little rattle. That should be fixed in a couple of weeks. It's on the list of things for the handyman to fix. Shouldn't she have called it women? Unless it's about little children. She's being misogynistic. Girls are always women unless they're under 10. Women are never women because they aren't women. Instead, you call them whooper children. That, for sure, we know. Because it patrilinealizes everything that's so. It's triggering me. It's triggering me. Is that why you jump behind the bush and scream, they're coming for me? Shh, shh, shh. CJ, shh, 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 shh. It's okay. It's okay, big guy. It's gonna be okay. You just take your time. You saw a lot of trauma over there in the Middle East. It's understandable that you constantly think everything's an IED. The copters, yeah. It was also, I don't doubt, because of the Raptors, and most of all because of the Raptors flying copters. Copter flying raptors are some of the most dangerous of all dinosaurs. There's one thing I want to inform you guys of. I've been meaning to tell you for a while now. I make love just like a woman. Yes, I do. But I cry just like a little girl. Bob Dylan has a horrible song. I got kind of a horrible vibe to it. I get pregnant just like a woman. Yes, I do. But I bear ducks just like a little goose. I do get pregnant, but I give birth to ducks. That's where all the ducks come from. You probably have been asking yourself lately, where do all the ducks come from? The copter raptor is just tall enough to fit into the helicopter without bumping his head. 3 ducks in your profile picture. Are they my children? I think I recognize them. I think I gave birth to those ducks. When I give birth to ducks, I don't lay eggs. I give live birth to live baby ducks. I am responsible for speciation. I started off with kangaroos. By the time I was done, they were squirrels. Everyone was like, "Hey, dog, you dig and dug that diggity dog, dog, do." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Who? Bob Dylan? Oh yeah, Bob Dylan's success. Tambourine Man's a pretty good song, I guess. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Weezer is very good when they're good, but they also have some stink pots. They got quite a few stink pots. When I started listening to more Weezer just a few months ago, that's when I realized, they actually are quite hit and miss. They've got quite a few stink pots. But when they're great, they're spectacular. Somebody's honey is killing my iPhone. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Your love is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. Your life is a love taker. Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus, and things are good, so I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is burning in the now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good song. That wins the award for Good Song of 1992. It doesn't even matter what year it was made. Good Song of 1992. Good Song of 1990. How do you do? Good song of 1992. How do you do? Good song of 1992. How do you do? Do you do alright? You do so fine. The end.
Why, that was a terrible song.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Ed.
You're rude.
You're rude, Mr. Ed. You're just a horse. You shouldn't be telling me anything about everything that isn't horse related. You shouldn't be telling me about anything that's horse related. I mean, you can tell me things about stuff that is horse related. After all, it's your field of expertise, but don't tell me stuff that isn't quite clearly very horse related. I'm elated when you don't. I can't stop focusing on the heater's noise. guitar. You are bad. Guitar, you are bad. Other things are rad. But you just consistently suck ass. Sucking ass on the guitar. Something I can do in my sleep yard. 'Cause I have sucked so many times. Usually it's the way I make my way around the musical landscape is by sucking. Everybody's gotta suck. If you wanna suck, you gotta suck. Come on now, let's suck. Okay, let's suck. How do we suck? First you gotta suck, then you gotta suck, then you gotta sickety suck. Finish your paper, these had to get signed. Borrow your stapler, 'cause I forgot mine. Give me the teacher, 'cause Randall's maybe really hurt this time. Some kind of creature, we were standing in line. Randall reveals the bloody marks of claws. His eyes are steel. He kicks death in the jaw. Classmates wide-eyed in terror raw. Fists that thud into hide and claw. What do you see? I see Randall at war. Finish your paper, these had to get signed. Borrow your stapler, stapler. 'Cause I forgot mine. Yes, I forgot mine. Things in life become unwieldy when one's attention is so required in full on the matters at hand that other matters fall by the wayside. Don't let your matters. I have these lyrics. I made up the singing and the chord part on the fly, but I have these lyrics I was writing that happen to be up here. So I just thought I'd see if I could come up with some song. Lyrics about tenderness. Lyrics about tenderness? That's wonderful, Eric. I'm so glad that you're tender. I am too, self. Super glad. Sugar cheeks, it's time for Christmas. Sugar cheeks, what time of year. Yeah. Sugar cheeks, sugar cheeks, sugar cheeks, it's time for. Sugar cheeks, it's time for Christmas. Sugar cheeks, you'll bring some Yuletide cheer. Sugar cheeks, I know it's been weeks, but Christmas is coming early this year. If I had $1, for every time I had $1, I have so many more dollars than I currently do. Cute hair. Thanks. I went to the Cutifying hair salon nearby, where they cutify things. Diaz wants to know if I could play a little Chinese song, a little Chinese song. I've got the blues most every night. I've got the blues and I gotta fight. I'll fight off the blues in the evening, blues in the morning, blues in the afternoon. I'll fight off the blues when you're screaming, blues when you're teeming with all sorts of blues. I got the blues. Oh, guitar. Yeah. It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we run out of time. Struggles past, troubles still to come. The day is nearly done. Will someone buy us some more time? Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I have something to say. Life can strangely be forgiving to those who stay awake all night, and mostly voices say to give in. They'll try to sap your will to find, but whether I'm supposed to be here or just be soon forgotten, is sort of based on what I see here and also on what I avoid. It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles, and today we run out of time. Struggles past, troubles still to come. The day is nearly done. Will someone buy us some more time? Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I have something to say. Something to say. You want to challenge me? Okay. You should do that. That's fine. I'm sure you'll win. I'm not a very strong singer. I mean, the thing is, I'm a pretty skilled singer, but my voice doesn't really sound very good. I've got the skills that don't pay any bills, 'cause they're not of the bill-paying level. I've got these hills where I took some pills, and forever I've been flying, flying, flying. Forever I've been flying past the meadow. I study high to get a high grade. I study grades to make me high. I study well when there are people attacking the city in which I live. I have something stuck between my teeth. It's some spit, or perhaps I have bit my lip. Maybe it's asparagus, or maybe it's cheese. Regardless, let's just leave it be. Something stuck between my teeth. something stuck between my teeth? Is it pork? Is it beef? Chicken or feet? Is it something that you would find disgusting? My toes too, they're in between your teeth. My fingers 3, they're like a coral reef, obstructing your teeth, making it impossible for you to chew normally. I need someone to lick my feet. I have such very pretty feet. Anybody want to see it, even though it's plural? Check out my page on Feet Finder. I left my toes one day at the mall. I was trying on bras that were way too small. That's when they cut off circulation all the way down to the bottom of my feet. And my toes fell off. Yeah, my toes fell off. I tried dancing till my toes fell off. And now they're gone. Don't recall where I left them. I'm hopeful someone will drop them in a public mailbox, with having written on them the address of the men who originally did own those toes, namely me and Eliana D. We're a couple of bros. If you like toes, then you like feet. If you like feet, then you're kind of neat. I like toes. I like feet. They help me walk from here to there. They help me stand on top of a chair. They're my feet. They're my feet. I'm going to turn off the heater that bugs you so much. Extremely rare and based. I'm so rare and based, you get out of my face. I'm so rare and based, you better get out of my face. Oh yeah. Do you feel the sensual beats? Uh-huh. Do you feel my sexual feats? Oh yeah. That's not a good loop, no. That's a bad loop. Ooh. Such a bad loop. Ooh. That's a bad loop too. Oh yeah. It's as bad as you, as bad as me. It's the baddest loop that ever will be. It's a bad loop. Don't be a bad loop. That makes me sad, dude. It's still a bad loop. How could it be still a bad loop? I could have sworn I was bad, dude. And said I got this really bad loop. I'm a bad loop bastard with ongoing, long-standing failure to loop properly. How about we start it right there? Oh, let's see. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's find out. Maybe this time you looped it properly. Let's all go to Lena Dunham's house. Shame her for being a bad comedian. Let's all go to Lena Dunham's house. 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 When you arrive to Lena Dunham's house, say, Lena Dunham, what you doing, Lena Dunham, at your house? While you're here, what you doing? Have no fear, I'm not here to massacre you, even though you suck. Lena Dunham, that's okay, kick the bucket on your own. I feel sick. I feel sick to death. A long time ago, I was sick to death, about to die. Where's the west? Where's the east and the north to the south? That's what I asked everybody with my mouth. They didn't know directions I knew, and they didn't show directions to shoes. I was some shoes, or had them at least, and that's why I've got to rap to this beat. Let's go. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. I'm saying let's go. I'm not lying, I'm not lying, I'm not lying, I'm not lying. I'm saying let's go. You and me, we could rap, we could sing, and say let's go. what? I said, nani. Wakata, Ohio, arigato. I said, hi. Sensei, arigato. You baka baka baka. That's too hentai. You baka baka baka. Everybody knows you're a baka baka baka. Everybody makes me want to say wakata, 'cause that's why. 'Cause Ohio, moshi moshi, how you doing? Have you seen my cousin? He's ruined. He's Lewin side of the place. He's Lewin side of the place that has a face on the door. Go and soar. And evaluate what you see there for in tour. Because you could be in the foyer. The foyer. The fourth foyer. On the fourth floor before you go to the foyer on the floor below the fourth floor, which is the second floor, ironically, see, because on this building there's no floor number 3. It's true. No floor number 3, how do you do? Unique rides. I got unique rides. My rides are unique, just like my hides. I got some hides of some animals I shot. They weren't riding along, they were trotting with their toes and their hooves and their feet and their legs. They were trotting along, but now they is dead because I shot them with the super long rifle gun. Shot them from 100 miles west of the sun. Shot them in the head right between the eyes, and in that way they didn't have to suffer, just die. And I said, hey, look at me, I'm gonna carve the hide away from the rest of your bones and flesh, and hey, I'm gonna make it into a cape, and I'll wear it to the opera. Everybody's got to wear a cape to the opera. You got to wear a cape when you go to the opera. Wear a stovepipe hat when you visit mom. Wear a cape every time you go to the opera. Let's don't forget, your name's not Tom anymore. Not since you legally changed it to whore. Because you believe yourself to be a big, big whore. Even though you never accept money for sex, you're still the biggest whore I know, and that's a fix. Fact. That's a fact. It's not an act. Instead, it's a lactating woman having what? A baby food? Coming out of her nude boob? Well, you see, it's because that's mammal ways. Make milk from your boob for your baby. That's what you do if you are a mammal and you just gave birth to another mammal, presumably of the species you and your mate mated up a new baby, and that is great. They call it baby inside of the womb, inside of the womb. Milk dribbles down your heaving fun bags, heaving and all filled up with lagging milk supplies, undrank by the baby's hungry mouth. I'll just put it in my coffee. I went to the Starbucks and they said, you want whole milk, almond milk, soy, or oat milk? Where do you want to put in your coffee? I said, none of the above, please, none of those things. I'd like instead for you to bring me a cup of coffee, whitened with human breast milk. Human breast milk is human breast milk isn't stupid less choke. No, it's human breast milk. I only put human breast milk in my coffee. Otherwise, I might as well go eat toffee. Toffee like Skol or Heath Bar, perhaps. Both of them is toffee now, that's a fact. Eating toffee, drinking coffee, wondering whether I should go to the lobby. Buy me some popcorn, some snacks as well, like red vines, and I don't know. Well then hell, might as well go there and get me some stuff. That way I'll grow up nice, big and buff. Big old muscles, impressing the girls. Everyone's like, ooh, Eric, you're so cool. You're so cool, and you're so strong, and your muscles are so big and long. Everybody wants to see you in a Mr. Universe competition. I'm bad, it's the most nutrition. Going up in a universe competition. Gonna prep my stuff and stretch my legs out and go like this. I'm gonna flex to the left and flex to the right. Close my butt cheeks in so tight. Ooh, look at me. I say, ooh, look at me. Look how many muscles I got. At least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a tree. A tree full of muscles. A tree full of muscles. Not the kind of muscles at the beach, but the cussle kind. The cussle kind that you got from the couple bind. When the couple bind, when they knew what the double dime. And the doppelgangers came around too. They said, hey, motherfucker, I look just like you. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's roll. First I will rock, then you will roll, then you will rock, and I will roll. That's how we'll alternate turns, and then so we'll be rocking and rolling until the day of fall. Rock, roll, roll, rock, roll, rock, roll, rock, roll, rock, 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 roll, rock. It's important to rock and roll. Do cocaine off the butt of a hoe. Drive a very, very fast speed down the highway till you know you need town. Then you go there under the ground and find gold and magical oils. Oils built from dinosaur bones. Put it up in one of those kind of cones that makes it shoot up in the air. Pew, pew. Oil we have discovered right here. It's not okay to not rock and roll. It's only okay to rock and then roll. You cannot avoid rocking and rolling unless you want to go failure strolling with your perambulator out at the park. Perambulate what? Perambulate the dark because it's a gator inside of your sock eating your toes. That's where they went there. Those were the things that removed your toes. They were alligator stings, and the teeth inside of their mouths and their noses came down hard and chopped up your toes for the butt at the boulevard. Boba Fett felt cringe because I was rapping. That's okay because he is crapping. Crapping right now. The cringe he feels is embarrassment about the poop smeals, the smeals that evaporated out of the place, and everyone's like, oh, what's that horrible taste? I mean smell. Boba Fett, well, because he's crapping. He's crapping. He's crapping on the toilet. Going, squeeze, squeeze, push. I'm crapping on the toilet, saying squeeze, squeeze, push. I'm crapping on the toilet, crapping out of my tush. I'm squatting like an Indian man in the street. I'm squatting like an American who's got meat. I'm squatting where I squat to to squat down soon, and then the poop will come and fill up the room. It's coming out of my butthole, ready to be, ready as anything ever would be. That's how come I gotta now go pee, 'cause all the poop's out my butt and I wouldn't wanna be, geez, I don't know what. Sorry, I'm not that into Zeppelin, to be honest, but they have a bunch of great songs. You're not into... I'm gonna go my way, gonna fast it back for crazy fast and fast. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Definitely does have some good songs. I'm not crazy, I'm sane. You love it, oh yeah. Love is the tenderest emotion in time. Love is tenderer than making it rhyme. Love is as tender as a tender puts on some thistles. Hey, watch out, don't walk on those thistles. There'll be thorns stabbing your foot. Don't walk barefoot on those thistles. You'll get thorns. Take a look. Robert Plant's voice is annoying. Yeah. I tend to agree, it's kind of annoying. And yeah. The thing I remember is, it's important, whatever it is you're doing, to say yeah, more than you currently are. Well, come on, everybody. Come over here. Let's start going around these chairs and say, what is your name and where you're from? Introduce yourself. Go ahead, someone. I am Julie. I'm from Prague. I'm from Prague, the part of Prague that's not filled with smog. I'm from Prague, though that's in Europe, you see. European BB. I don't think you're from Germany. I think you're from someplace else. I said I was from Prague. I said I was from Prague. Oh, Prague. Yes, Prague. Not Germany. German's a log. Prague is a Prague and German's a log. Don't get them confused. Come along with me and I'll tell you a story all about how we went to the park. We went there and we swung on the swings and then we stayed there till after dark. We were swinging and we were dancing and we were going down the slide. I was playing tetherball with Julie and she said, hey, run and hide. Because why? Because terrorists are coming. They've got guns. They're gonna shoot you in your oven, son. Terrorists are coming. They've got knives. They're going to impregnate your wives. Terrorists are coming. They've got clubs. They're going to make you your hub. Terrorists are coming. They've got fists and they are gonna make you wish you'd missed this time. You wish you'd missed the time of going to the park with your wife and your child, and you couldn't then have encountered all these terrorists and their foundering ways. They seem to want to attack these days with their guns and their knives and their fists and their bombs. Just like the Cranberries' mom. Cranberries' mom said, hey, how about you do this today, Miss Cranberries lady? You should sing about the guns and the knives and the bombs and the things. The guns and knives, bombs and things, but moms, what do you want me to sing this for? Said the Cranberry lady. Shut up, you stupid whore, said his mom. Shut up, you stupid whore, said his mom. I've got McDonald's, how do you like that? It's in a cup that's super fat. I've got some coffee, how do you like that? It's in a mug and that's how it's got. I've got some other stuff here around. I've got some water, I've got a crown, I got acids made out of ants. I got acids, that is a fact. I got bong, it's got a stem and a pipe and a bowl, 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 and I'm going to smoke it all night, right? So here we go, get a pen. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna send it out to the people by pointing it out and saying, these are the words that we're rapping about. We're gonna use this pen and this flashlight. Woo, woo, what a sight. It's like illumination from the sun, making everything bright, and the shadows just run away from your body, depending where you're standing, and the light comes and hits you, and then you are landing to the west, to the east, the shadow is. Anyhow, that's how you know where you gotta go, and when you get there, wow, well, what a surprise. My shadow is still alive. It's followed me throughout this light, all the way down the hall to the patio table outside where they say, sit here at this patio today, and together we'll go and radicchio lettuce salad. What? I said, well, have a radicchio lettuce salad. You don't gotta use the word lettuce there, Gladys. You could understand better if you were baddest person in the world, then you would surely understand that radicchio lettuce is redundant. Oh. Well, what then is our fondant? What's fondant? It's something they use to make cakes. I'm on it. I'm going to put fondant on my cake with some frosting too. Some cream cheese frosting. What would you do if you... Oh, that's right. It stops every once in a night or two. It stops, waits for me or you to go wait. It says don't do that, no, there's not sounds here anymore. And if you try to rap over nothing, then you'll sound like a big fat cluthin'. What's a cluthin'? It's like nothing but plus a klutz. I'm a klutzy nothing, I'm a cluthin'. I am a klutzy nothing. That's why they call me a cluthin'. If you don't agree, you're wrong. If you want to be so wrong, you should disagree with me. If you like to be so wrong, you should disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you're pretty much guaranteed to be wrong. Oh yeah, all right, all night, till the morning light. Gonna rock you, girl. Gonna rock your body. Gonna rock it all night till the morning light. Hottie, yes I will. Rock your body right. I will rock it all night till the morning's light. I'm gonna rock you and roll you and roll you and rock you and rock you and roll you till you fall asleep. Finally, that bitch has gone to sleep. I had to rock and roll and roll and rock to the beach. And then once we got to the beach, we had to drive back in her car seat, and she was still attacking us with her wakefulness, being so loud. I said, hey now, you sound like a whole crowd of babies. You screaming things. I'm tired of it. Can you please start teaming tings? Teaming tings? Teaming tings is when you ting tings. I don't know whether you have tings, but if you do, then you're teaming with tings, and that's something you can sing about. I sing about teaming with tings every time I gotta go and see these rings, and oh my, Eric, you're very sprung indeed tonight. You're a little too sprung, I think. That's why this live stream is so crazy. I'm a little too sprung, took a little bit too much Adderall. Perhaps I took 60 milligrams my daughter gave me. That was, I don't know, about 3 o'clock perhaps. Then about 5 o'clock I took another 30 milligrams. They were instant release. The first 3 were extended release, but the latter 2 were instant release. And then, of course, necessarily, after one's all tweaked out, I've done enough tweak for a horse or two. You gotta go and masturbate, because that's what you do when you first get a new bottle of Adderall, and you got it all sprung, and you're going to go outside, and you go, that's my rain dance, except instead of dancing for brain, I'm dancing for my semen to come again. Now shove my penis and land on the ground. There, now I can go back inside and do something more productive than masturbating. Why? Because I'm done. My ejaculate has come. It's landed on the ground. Now it's gone, son. No, just ignore it for now. If you stepped in it, well, ow. I don't blame you for being upset. You got my cum on your foot and your head. And that can't be fun. But what are you gonna do? You should be more careful, son. That's what I told you. I warned you. I told you. I said there's some cum over there on the door. Don't touch the doorknob. You'll get the cum all on your hand. And why would you want to do that? That'll make you feel like puke at. You're gonna puke at what? I'm gonna puke at everything, cause I got your cum on me. I accidentally got your cum on me. And now I'm gonna go outside and puke at the tree. I'm gonna say, ew, gross, I got your cum on me. I gotta puke up on the tree. I'm gonna say, ooh, 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 gross, I got your cum on me. Kind of reminds me of an old dirty bastard. You remember that interrupt your pussy. I got a problem with you fucking me, but I got a little problem with you not fucking me. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Said, hey, baby, I got your money. Bitch, over there, call me up. Acts like your pussy don't interrupt. I put your damn in the bathroom, because it's damn pussy didn't make your ass a time. Yeah. Okay. Well, that certainly was interesting. Now let's try a new. Yeah. Add a bass line or a beat. Make it 160 at least. Yes, for fun times. We'll all love them. Pew, 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 pew. How does this sound? I don't hear it. Save. Narb. I'm saving this as Narb. That should help. That should help everyone understand everything forevermore. Open recent. Narb. man, I'm sprung. I am sprung diddly is what I am. I'm super sprung. Like Super Saiyans are super sprung when they're sprung on being sane. Yeah. Oh so sprung. How much more sprung could you be, little guy? Little Mr. Eric, are you sprung as the sky? Sprung as the spring that is springing in the sing-song time of that year. Excellent music, huh? Excellent music, schmexcellent music. That's what I say. I only like listening to terrible music. That's my new way of doing things. It's like, I want to feel good about myself. So I'm just going to listen to nothing but terrible music from now on. I'll be like, well, I'm better than this crap. Santa Ana's from the east are blowing, driving on this mountain fire. So Grant and Atlanta had best be going, they cut it down to the wire. Everywhere apocalypse hung heavy, the truck was piling up with ash. Atlanta got the dogs in the Chevy, and Grant counted out their petty cash. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stayed awake to cry. Fuck that up. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stays awake to cry. 120 out but Labor Day, and that means cooking meat outdoors. Guy got distracted and fire got away. Now from Bradford to Arcadia they curse his name. Fire chased them west and down the incline until they reached the foothills below. Found a room cheap for the night online. At least now they had someplace to go. Tomorrow they'd evaluate their options now that their life had burned away. Atlanta's sister has a place in Laughlin. Wasn't really any more to say. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stays awake to cry, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stays awake to cry. I'm feeling like, and this should be the minor one right here. I feel you, Eric. There's still either Christmas goose on Thanksgiving morning. Well, Sammy has told that need be told. This is a song for an open road, and such a thing must always do its job. She married after Chad turned 19, 4 years and 3 kids weaned. Weary now and questioning the past. Agency out, basis discretion. Looking in our courses. Way too young. The urgency convert is really just oppression. Making sure those underneath them always run. Well, they'll get 20 thought bourbon fun and like what they'll get 21 and so forth, well up into middle age. Well, once it seemed to set him free became his whole identity. Now Doug's about another drunken rage. Agency, I'm basic discretion. Locking in our courses. Way too young. The urgency convert is really just oppression. They'll offer you incentives, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Everybody's panicked out the kids. Lock 'em up with extra Texadren. Mathematics to produce success, or impose more unjust duress. Agency, our basic discretion. Locking in our courses. Way too young. The urgency convert is really just oppression. Making sure those underneath them always run. Without consent, it's really just oppression. By parasites surviving while their wages earned by lying. While they feed their fear of dying. Yes, they feed upon the futures of the young. $30,000 days, too many expectations, not even worth a damn. 30,000 nights, sleep off the intoxication, otherwise you won't escape the plan. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I'm tired of doing it wrong. Want direction and have all along. Wait until I know. Or is that just hesitation? Clarity's no good once your chance is gone. What I need to show is it's so below my station. I'm tired of doing it wrong. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I'm doing this wrong. Doing it wrong. Which is to say incorrectly. When I was younger, it seemed that everything gleamed. I don't think that happened to me, but I've lost that sense of urgency, and I don't think that I'll ever see it again. If you follow my lead, you'll discover I'm loster than you, and you'll want to know the way to get back out to wherever it was you thought you knew. And tomorrow will be just like today. I'll be lost in too. It's a matter of mood as much as a matter of will. And the things I do and the direction I point to still seem a part of me, though departedly. And I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Bum-ba-dee-da, ba-dee-da-dee-da, bum-ba-dee-da, da-da-doo. Bum-ba-dee-dee, ba-dee-da-dee-dee, dee-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Too much noise in the data stream, loud enough to disrupt everybody's dreams. Frustrations mean mistakes are made, until it seems everybody's just throwing shade. I won't be another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. It's not the sort of thing that one can borrow. No one really to end the day. Your uncertainty's implicit, just like an unexpected visit from a bunch of men all dressed in blue suits. I won't be another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. If Jesus worked people but absent of sin, he must then have struggled with regular men and women, of course, when they too were present. Disciples all narrowly eye in the lesson. If people were Jesus, they'd know as they think, and everyone's work would be true. Feelings once spoken would sit where they sink, and we'd all know just what to do. But people aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be best reasoned, invariably fake. Living itself just distract from the flow, or scare better, survive the bread and slow. People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete not to be saved, but the wise pay terrible cost. The one you thought you knew acts like you never have met. The life you made for two has faded into regret. There's no one unshaken, we all have been shook. But being forsaken don't mean you're forsook. And though in the past we've been hung out to dry, we'll find them at last if we're willing to try. People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing forever is lost. Baby naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. Yeah, baby naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. It's a good song, but it's hard to sing. Amelia, go from that place, take unto you the details of your case. Amelia, when you rise up above, floating ahead and soaring like a dove, what will they say when they look at you, then move sideways in the space you're in? Try along with your thirsty grin. Amelia, can't you see? You and I will never be. Amelia, yet you're still free. Opportunity to leave out in the rain, Amelia. Amelia, we're watching you for sure. No matter what we do. When you rise up above, floating ahead and soaring like a dove, what will they say when they look at you, then moving sideways in the space you're in? Side on with that thirsty grin. Amelia, can't you see? You and I will never be. Amelia, yet you're still free. With too much opportunity to leave out in the. Too much opportunity to leave out in the. Too much opportunity to leave out in the rain, Amelia. That's pretty good. You seem so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both have lost invested. That's not a reason to stay around. Through the years, you've both been tested. Time to move up, find higher ground. Oh, he came here with her, and what's the big problem? You can't endure. You seem so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, while going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Be done with him. I can't play much more. My fingers really starting to hurt. I'll play this one though. I'll call it a day probably. You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation and humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past. Picturing community free of metaphysics, haunting buffalo while you're picking red delicious. Knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fires blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay. About what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. Without a godly weatherman, imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin. Lamenting disconnection and every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay. About what you think is in the way of life as children of the land, without a godly weatherman. You find maternity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time but now, and your experience won't run afoul of exceptions you might allow. You visualize nobility sipping on some port, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was solitary, nasty, brutish, poor and short. Hostility is kept at bay. About what you think is in the way of life as children of the land, without a godly weatherman. like I'll be weatherman. Oh, well, he's pucker tart, lemon squeeze, the friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend, but he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again. He's pucker tart, lemon squeeze, he's a friend to you and me. He's International Delight's favorite go-to right-hand guy. He's international like him, and he is also busy like his friend the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee, busy as a beaver, and so much busier than pucker tart lemon squeeze. Well, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-dee-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-da. Pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. Yes, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-da. Pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. And if you go to visit him for starts, remember to bring something sour or tart. He's not a fan of sugary treats because he's pucker tart and not pucker sweet. Well, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze, friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend, but he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again. He's pucker tart lemon squeeze, he's a friend to you and me. International Delight's favorite go-to right-hand guy. International like him, and he is also busy like his friend the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee, and busy as a beaver, and so much busier than pucker tart lemon squeeze. Well, pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo. Pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. Yes, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo. Pucker tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. Pucker tart.
Pucker tart lemon squeeze? Why, that's me! Have you thought about maybe trying something sour? How about something tart?
Wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times. Always cleaning yourself, making sure you got clean lines. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, such a fabulous soft friend. And now it's wonderful kitty bedding time again. Just let me let you, don't walk away. It's bedding time to a wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times. Always cleaning yourself, making sure you got clean lines. But your wonderful kitty is a fabulousness I've never encountered before. And I know that I want to pet my kitty some more. Just let me pet you, don't walk away. It's petting time. Hooray! Wow, isn't that nice? I guess that's gonna about do it for the horrible music portion of the show. I didn't play very audience attentively tonight. Did a lot of jamming around, you know. It's a drugstore. Oh yeah. A store for buying drugs. Oh yeah. Let's see. Label boss, ENTJ. Booking agent, ESTJ. ESTJs can be in bands, they just can't be in good bands. Dave Matthews, ESTJ. He has his own very successful band. It's just terrible. That's his only problem, right? He's got a very successful band. If only it weren't appallingly terrible. I'm looking at everybody's comments here. Often not. Well, no. Often they play football, and often not. Right? It's not really often they. It's like he was being willfully hatery, like he said, you could have been a great singer-songwriter had you followed through with it. It's pretty hatery, you know. I don't think it's a legit statement, you know. It's pretty obvious that I have spent a lot of time working on songwriting, writing songs. And that, in fact, I am quite a good songwriter. Not all of my songs are good, but I'm much better than most people. And to spend more wisdom, Sensei, DM is a disgrace to music itself. What's DM? Direct message? I'm going to rock down to Electric Avenue, and then they'll make you higher. Ah, Dave Matthews. Gotcha. Now I understand. Finally, I understand what it means to be alive. It requires blood pumping. It requires heart beating. Requires air breathings. A whole 9 yards. Alright, I need to make something to eat real quick. I'll be right back. I'm just going right here. What is the correct NI evaluation of the song The Adults Are Talking by the Strokes? I'm not familiar with the song. Well, you know, there's lots of good songs in the world. But not very many genius ones. I think he's the ENFJ, but you know, I also think he has a mental illness called bipolar mania. And I would point out that Rachel acts very differently when she's not taking her medication and she is expressing that phenomenon. Then she acts a lot different than when she's not doing that, you know? Drugs are good, especially the early stuff, just like everything else. I mean, I think my stuff's gotten better as I've gotten older, but Well, I think we can all agree that Gold Digger is an amazing song. That song he did with Estelle. Jump in London town. You'll be my American boy, American boy. He's good in that song. So is the lady. He's got some pretty good stuff, you know. Hello, Grunt Core. I'm grunting to my core. I'm grunting to make a whore stand out inside a store, 'cause she's grunting. If you enjoy a grunt and you'd like to grunt with me, then we could go out grunting out atop the tallest tree. I'm a treetop grunter. Yes, I am. My name's named Gunter. And I'm handsome as a manta ray and sand. That's the kind of guy I am. I love yay. I don't think they're going out anymore. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West broke up, I believe. Yeah, me neither. Grunty grunt, 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 grunty, grunty, grunt, 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 grunty, grunt, grunt. These are the words that I say when I talk to the people that I see at the pipe kind of park and the face of the shack. I say grunty, grunty, grunt, grunt, grunty, grunt, 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 grunty, grunt, grunt. That's what I say to the people who I see. I say grunty, grunt, 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 grunt. What should I say to the people that I see when I pass in the dark and they're smooching in the park? I say a grunty grunt grunt to grunt grunt to grunt, grunty grunt grunt to grunt grunt to grunt grunt, grunty grunt grunt to grunt grunt to grunt grunt grunt. Ass cheeks are like hurricane windows for your butthole. Oh, my Bubblington Squire. What a good bubbles you are. Yes. Oh, so good. Well, I've got some good news for you, CJ. Trouble here is a leader of a gang of paladins. Oh, what a good kitty man. What an important kitty man. You bring justice to the hearts of the people. You bring love to the loins of your friends. Yes, you're a special kitty. Oh, you're going hard with all of your comments. Like, shut up. Like that, you mean? Oh, beautiful man. So good and just and true. So fine and special. I feel the tenderness that we're sharing right now. It's tenderer than the most tenderest cut of filet mignon. That's how tender our love is. Oh yeah. Oh, so tender. Oh yes. What a good kitty. You're popping off. You're popping off? Okay. Well, you pop off and I'll pop in. I'll pop on, then you pop out. You spit facts, and I'll cast doubt. You bring sacks, and I'll bring shout. Oh, kitty man von kitty times. Look at you sitting on my lap. Yes, what a good lap sitter you are. You are the lap sitter of my life. Oh, you will always sit on my lap. I like to pet your soft gray fur now. Anywho, I do think I'm going to wrap it up here like a Christmas present in foil. I could move more stuff into the storage thing up front. Make some more progress, you know. Getting shit done would be a good thing to do. This has been a terrible live stream. Eric has done a terrible, terrible job of live streaming. I blame it on the drugs. In this instance, I was just a little too thwacked out to do a good job. Hey Eric, is an HP have you suffered ongoing stress, existential angst? Yeah. I'm relatively relaxed these days, like of late, but I experience several kinds of suffering. I experience memories of bad occurrences that have already happened to me. I experience what you might call time passage shock sometimes. Like, I'll get this panicky sense of, oh shit, well, I was distracted over here. All these important things that are critical to my life and who I am have changed while I wasn't looking. That's what I would call time passage shock. And the other kind of angst I might get is practical dread. Like, worrying about money, um, schedules, things like that. The thing is, I don't feel nearly as much practical dread as I used to. Cool, CJ. Thanks for saying so. Um, there's this. Some of you may be familiar with the song "Somebody Stop This Train" by, I believe, John Mayer, I think. But that song is time passage terror. Well, Gruntcore, I'll tell you this much. It is the case that there are certain times in your life when you genuinely are overwhelmed. And what happens then is it's like you're on this time delay. Um, I mean, it would be cruel to leave him behind. This cat really loves us a lot. I didn't mean right now. I just want to get up and smoke a cigarette, but he's so comfortable. And he's so purring and wonderful. I love him with my emotion heart. Oh, yes, I do. I love you, Trouble. You're a wonderful man. Well, I mean, practical dread is just a general sense of feeling daunted by work that needs to be done. I trimmed my beard tonight. Oh, beautiful man. You're bringing sexy back. Justin Timberlake's got nothing on you. Theoretical dread. Well, a lot of the dread that I experienced with time passage stuff, I'm feeling less subject to that. Living back here at my dad's house for the last 3 years prior to his passage, um, it helped reunite me with what was still here from my childhood, and also helped me to disconnect from linkages very much, because Arcadia has changed so much, and COVID was so disruptive for somebody who needs a certain amount of SI to feel like he's doing things right. When COVID shut down all of my habits and stuff, well, I don't know. Regardless, um, that's what made me want to leave LA. Yeah, we're still moving to Mariposa. Well, you had a different experience with your mom in the last 3 months of her life than I had with my dad. My dad got kind of mean by the end, you know? He had always been kind of harsh, but by the end of his life, he was being kind of mean, you know? I guess he was depressed and disappointed in me or something, but he was a difficult man to help slash live with or whatever. No, we've got the perfect place. It's just 4.5 hours from LA. Delilah's still in LA, and like we'll be. I've got my old friends here still in LA. I don't want to be that far from LA, and I still want to be in the. I still want to be in the within shooting distance, like within in the mix potentially as things happen. My mom's still alive, although I don't expect her to live past January or so, just because she's looking pretty decrepit these days. Sitting on primo real estate here now. Well, yeah, this is primo real estate where I'm sitting right now. But the house that we're buying is a nicer house, and it's half as much as this house. Granted, Mariposa County is a little bit rural, and we're really out in the wilderness, out in the trees. We are about as far back in this place as there's turn-off areas as you can go. Yeah, like this house will probably sell quite quickly once we get everything ready to go and listed. We should open escrow very quickly because if you're not trying to get absolute maximum dollar, and we're not, then houses move pretty quick around here. Even now, where the real estate market's not in the best shape. But the Mariposa house sat on the market for 180 days before they dropped the price $90,000. That's when I got in on looking at it, So after they had dropped the price $90,000. So it's like I'm getting it for under appraised value. And it's really comfortable looking. I've never lived in it before, but it seems really comfortable. It's 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2 stories. And maybe I could show you guys a picture of it. Okay, kitty. Yes, you're good and just. Yes, you're true and fine. Yes, you're handsome and soft. Yes, you're all kind of Filipinos. But you have to get off of me, though. Because I have to get up now. I have to stand in the place where I live. Go smoke cigarette. Oh, handsome gentleman. You are the reinstatement of chivalry unto the Western world. You save damsels in distress every day. You slay dragons, you clean rooms, you save damsels, you ride brooms. Okay, can you get off of me now, though? I'm sorry, Mr. Man. I'm sorry, but I'm getting up now. Excuse me. Thank you. Let me see if I can find this picture of this place to show you guys. Right across the street is National Forest. How does catastrophizing fit into MBTI? Yeah. You gotta come out and visit us, you know? And we got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and Rachel and I only use 1 bedroom and 1 bath. Well, Delilah, I'm not sure what she's doing right now. She's kind of waiting for things to happen. How does catastrophizing fit into MBTI? Yeah, I'd be tempted to say it's an NI thing, because Rachel's been known to do that when she gets her NI running amok. But I'm not sure. 24 hours ago. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Just take me to an airport, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh, na, 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 na. Ba, 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 ba. I wanna be sedated. If tomorrow the clouds come a blanketing down and they cover the sun with gray and the rain falls upon the tops of your town and umbrellas that stand in the way, then you will know sure that it's time for jazz. And together it'll be a rise. Yeah, yeah. Come on, everybody. Here we go. A chugga chugga chugga. A choo choo choo. That's like musical theater, you see. That's how musical theater goes. Holly Bang. Holly Bang is a good name for a porn star. Or Shameless Penis Hole. Shameless Penis Garage. That'd be a good name for a porn star. Shameless Penis Garage. Shameless Cock Sheath. I'm Shameless Cock Sheath. Shamelessly, I encourage you all to sheathe your cocks with me. Shameless Cocksheath reporting from the scene of the crime. Today in East London, arsonists lit a building on fire. I'm Shameless Cocksheath. Back to you, Bob. Thanks, Shameless. Excellent work as always. Especially given that you're such a shameless cocksheath. I had no say in naming myself that. Oh, your parents named you Shameless, and the family last name is Cocksheath. Well, they thought they were naming me Seamus, but they misspelled it. So, I'm stuck being Shameless. Shameless Cocksheath, you say? Shameless Cocksheath? Yes, that's right. Shameless man-seed slaking cocksheath. Man-seed lapper. I'm not typing dribble right now. I'm on hiatus until after I'm done with all this moving shit that I'm doing. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how things play out. You know, stuff seems to be moving along as planned and as scheduled and so forth, but, well, sometimes life is hard. Sometimes you got to live in the yard. Anyhow, it's been a hard day's night. I've been working like a dog. Tomorrow we've got a couple of new It's really hard for me to tell at this point what is a pathology based in OCD and what is my type. Well, I bet you fit nicely into shameless man slaking penis garage. Or Holly Porks. Holly Porks is a good name for a porn star too. Okay, well, good night, everybody. I love you all. Sorry for being so shitty today. I'll try better next time. Try to do better next time.